Yeah, so what's going on, guys? So today I'm gonna show you how to troubleshoot your internet connection. This is just a basic simple tutorial. It might help you, it might not. I hope it's gonna help you. So first of all, I wanna go over routers and ISPs. So sometimes people connect the routers wrong, and it's really simple to connect the router. So I just want to go over the basics. So if you got a DSL or phone line modem, you would normally have a telephone plug on your wall. From that plug, connect the Ethernet, connect the DSL wire provided together with the router to the DSL port on the router. Then make sure that the wireless in is enabled on the router. Connect at least one computer to a LAN port on the router. The LAN ports are the ports that you use that you are using to connect computers and other devices. So there we go. All right. If you got a completely standard router, you got one port, it's an Ethernet port color with its own color. Then you got 4 or more ports color with the same color. The one port is the port that connects to the source. So to illustrate that, let's say that I got a phone line connection. I would connect to a phone line. I would take a wire. I would take something from the WAN port. I would connect it to one of the LAN ports. Then I would connect some of the LAN ports to maybe another router or to a computer. Alright, if you got a fiber optic, that's really just the same. Connect the WAN port to the plug to the Ethernet outlet on the wall. That's really not a lot to it. It's really simple to get set up. Alright, so let's move on with the tutorial. Alright, so here you can see I found a good example of a typical router. I got my indicator. I got my indicators here. These indicators 1, 2, 3, and 4 are for indicating what ports are connected to what devices are connected. If there's a device such as a computer connected via Ethernet cable. I got my power indicator here. Of course, I got my power indicator. Wireless indicator, I got it here. That shows if the wireless module in the router are turned on or enabled or disabled. The DSL connection. Is basically the connection I got from the WAN port. This is an indicator for the WAN port. Internet, yeah, that's really simple. That's just show me that I got internet. The way it works is that it simply connects to a server the manufacturer got, and therefore when it's connected, it's gonna show you that you got internet. WPS is basically where you can press a button on the router. So it's basically gonna enter its password automatically into your router or into your computer. But alright, if you're connecting over an Ethernet cable, you would basically let me draw a square. So this is a computer. You would basically connect a wire to the back of the router. Then, depending on the port you connected to, let's say you connected to port 4. Port 4 is gonna light up. Connected to port 3. Port 3 is gonna light up, etc., etc. Okay, so if one of these ports aren't lighting up, even though you connected a computer, that means that there's no connection in the cable. So try to get another cable. That might be the cause. If you still aren't connecting, the network card might be bad in the computer. So you might consider going over some troubleshooting or get another network card. They are really simple to install. And yeah, it might be the cause. Alright, so when we over that, Let's switch over to the Windows side when we have determined that we are set up right, all our stuff are connected the right way. So yeah, let's move over to the Windows side. So now we're on the Windows side. So determine problems on the Windows side. This is really simple, non-frustrating process. First thing I'm gonna make sure is that we're able to ping the card in our computer. To do that, you normally got a search bar in Windows here, but I by accident disabled it, so yeah, go to the search bar, type in CMD, and there should appear a program up here called CMD. I'm just gonna click command prompt instead. So what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna type in ping dash space 127.0.0.1, which is my computer's own IP address. And you can see I got 1 millisecond ping, so there's nothing wrong with our computer. The card in our computer is active, so what we could try now is to get to ping a router. So what we want to do is type ipconfig, get the default gateway address by right click and click on mark, then just mark the address and right click, go down to see user as your username, paste address by right click and click on paste. Sorry, I've got to mention that you gotta type in ping, paste address, see if you're able to ping your router. If you're able to ping the router might, or if you're able to ping the router, default might be your router or the thing connecting the router to the ISP. Alright, so let's say you aren't able to ping anything, you aren't able to ping 127.0.0.1, or let's just call it the local host, because you can actually also just test it by typing in ping local host. This is basically the same thing. If you aren't able to ping the local host, there's something wrong with either the card in your computer or the driver. So to determine that, click on the start menu, right click on computer and click on manage. This is gonna bring on the computer management menu, or click on device manager. Locate network adapters. Here we got my wireless network adapter, my Bluetooth device, and my Broadcom Net Extreme. I don't see any problems here, but the driver might be the cause. You can never trust the device status. It normally always say the device is working properly, but even though the device aren't working. So let's find out what driver we got. We got the 9.2.0.11.3 or 113. There might be a new driver. So what we're going to do, or what I want to do, is that I want to go on the manufacturer's website and search for a driver update or a driver for my network card, the newest driver. All the drivers can cause the card to malfunction, and by deleting the driver and installing the newer one might sort out the problem. To do that, click on Control Panel, locate programs and features. A simple way to do that is just by clicking View and View by large icons, locate programs and features. Then locate your driver, just uninstall, then install the newer driver. It aren't that difficult. I can just kind of give you a demonstration. So now I uninstalled my driver. I wanna find a driver for my network card. So what I'm gonna type in is that I wanna type in. So this is not my card. It's just an example. So I want to go to the manufacturer. Here you can see latest downloads, download drivers and software. This typical Intel. So I want to choose my operating system, and I'm running on Windows 7 64-bit, so that's what I want to choose. Then I want to download the Intel Pro set. If it's my driver, you can see I want to download the latest driver. Yeah, I agree. Then basically just open the program, or basically just open, install the thing. After you uninstall the old driver, it might sort out problems. If these problems are the case, try to open your internet browser, type in the default gateway. Then it's going to require password, some login information, username and a password. I know mine, but if you don't know yours, you can look it up in the manual. I can't really tell you because there's so many routers out there with different passwords. Sorry that I had to blur out my my IP, but this is my true IP, and I don't want anybody to know my true IP, as this can cause my network to get hacked. So, but take a look around. Take a look around your router. Call your provider. Ask them if anything is as it should be. If they can get access to your router, the problem might be cause of firewall or something. So just to kind of give you a demonstration, if you got a firewall on your network, try to disconnect the firewall, see if it helped. So let's go back to router again. So yeah, let's open the router BIOS. So here we are in the router BIOS. I wanna go down. I wanna locate firewall. Just gonna go through it. Here we go. That's the WAN setup. So if there's a port locked called if your router aren't allowing the port called port 80 to go through, that's the reason you can't access the internet, because port 80 is basically HTML which you're using to access the internet. So I can give you a quick example. You can see this is HTTP with S, that stands for security. Port 80 is HTTP. So if you can't access or if you can't go through port 80, that's the cause that you can't access the internet. Make sure you can go through port 80. Try to disable your firewall, as this might sort out things. But well guys, this was just kind of basic demonstration on how you could troubleshoot your network. I'm just gonna give you a last kind of idea of how you can do really simple troubleshooting. Go to start, right click on control panel, click on network and sharing center, click on change adapter settings, locate the adapter you are connected to. I'm connected to a local area connection. Click on diagnose. This might sort out problems. It has sorted out a lot of problems for me, but it doesn't work. It normally doesn't work, but it's worth giving a try. But yeah guys, I hope you enjoyed the video, and well, I guess I'll see you guys later.